All right, guys. Today in our grammar lesson, we are going to talk about verbs. This would be right behind we've talked about nouns and pronouns. Now we're going to talk about what they do, and that action would be known as the verb. Basically, a verb is going to show action or a state of being, which means it just shows that you are sitting there. An action verb shows action. They are the easiest ones to locate within a sentence. The example that you have here is she wrote the sentence. So you have to ask, what did the noun do? That action, that's your verb. The ones that are going to take a little bit longer to find or to be aware of would be your linking verbs. Now, please don't let this blow your mind, but a linking verb links. That's it. A linking verb links. So in your examples, we have English is fun. Well, is a linking verb. All of the forms of the verb to be, am, is, are, was, were, been, being, all of those words are linking verbs. They link things together. You also have other words that just show some kind of connection. Remain, seem, smell. So in your example where you have English is fun, you are linking English to something that describes it, which is fun. Well, that's the adjective that I'm going to use to describe English. You can use others. Regardless, your linking verb would be is. The same thing here. The flower smells pretty. We're going to connect flower to the way that it smells, a word that describes it. Or, all right, hold on a second. All right, let's look down here at helping verbs. Helping verbs go along with an action verb to typically show you a verb tense. Has it happened before? Has it happened often? Is it going to happen in the future? Your helping verbs are going to help you out. Here is an example, or here's a list of a ton of helping verbs that you can use. Again, am, is, are, was, were, been, being. You can also have would, could, shall, must, might. These are your helping verbs. Verbs also help to show us time. Are we in present tense? Is the action happening now? Has this action happened in the past? Is this action going to happen in the future? So your verb is going to be where you can tell somebody when the action is happening. Now, you will be completing this worksheet. This worksheet is going to help us find verbs, and it's also going to help us identify tenses, past, present, or future. For the first one, you are very basically identifying whether you are looking at an action verb or if you are looking at a linking verb. The most helpful hint I can give you is if you can do it, it is an action. If you can just be it, if it's just sitting there in the sentence, that's going to be your linking verbs. Make sure you refer back to the Google Slides presentation in case you need examples of action or linking verbs. Down toward the bottom of this sheet, you have an example of finding past, present, or future. Again, if it's happened in the past, it's going to have typically an ed on the end of it. Then you can say it's past. If it's present, it's happening now. If it's happening in the future, that's going to be happening tomorrow. Look for words like will, and then you're going to have an action verb after that. All right, if you have any questions, feel free to email.